Is it safe to eat salmon every single day? That's a question we hear a lot, and the answer is more nuanced than you might expect. Salmon is genuinely one of the most nutritious foods you can eat. It's packed with omega-3 fatty acids, specifically EPA and DHA, which research suggests support heart health, brain function, and help reduce inflammation. A typical serving also provides high-quality protein with all 9 essential amino acids, which your body uses for tissue repair, immune function, and general metabolism. On top of that, salmon is a great source of vitamin D, B vitamins, selenium, and potassium. In the UK, where vitamin D deficiency is genuinely common, especially through autumn and winter, oily fish like salmon can make a real difference to your intake. So far, so good. But here's where it gets a little more nuanced. Eating salmon every day does exceed NHS guidance. The NHS recommends that most adults eat at least 2 portions of fish per week, with at least one of those being an oily fish like salmon. Boys and men can have up to 4 portions of oily fish per week. However, girls and women who may become pregnant should limit oily fish to no more than 2 portions per week. This is because oily fish can contain low levels of environmental contaminants that may accumulate over time. That brings us to contaminants. Salmon does contain trace amounts of substances like mercury, PCBs, and other persistent organic pollutants. The good news is that salmon is considered a relatively low mercury fish, typically well below regulatory safety limits. Contaminant levels can vary by species, origin, and farming practices, but both farmed and wild salmon are considered safe when eaten within NHS guidance. The concern with daily consumption isn't really about any single meal, it's about gradual accumulation over time, which is why following NHS portion guidance matters. It's also worth knowing that some fish should be avoided altogether. Shark, swordfish, and marlin are high in mercury and not recommended for anyone. If you're pregnant or trying to conceive, there are also specific limits on tuna, so it's worth checking NHS guidance directly. One more thing for vulnerable groups. The FSA advises that if you're pregnant, over 65, or immunocompromised, you should avoid ready-to-eat cold smoked salmon unless it's been thoroughly cooked due to the risk of listeria. Dietary variety is also worth thinking about. Alternating salmon with other fish and protein sources means you get a broader range of nutrients overall, while spreading any potential contaminant exposure across different food sources. If you're pregnant, planning a pregnancy, breastfeeding, or managing a health condition, it's worth speaking with your GP or a registered dietitian for personalised guidance. And if you ever notice an unexpected reaction after eating fish, such as skin changes or digestive symptoms, speak to a healthcare professional promptly. So, to recap, salmon is genuinely nutritious, rich in omega-3s, protein, and vitamin D. But eating it every day goes beyond what the NHS recommends. Aim for at least 2 portions of fish a week, including 1 oily fish. Boys and men can have up to 4 portions of oily fish weekly, while girls and women who may become pregnant should stick to 2. And as always, variety in your diet is a good thing. We've linked NHS and FSA guidance in the description below, well worth a read. If you found this helpful, give it a like and subscribe to the Bolt Pharmacy channel for more evidence-based health content.